Hello everyone, welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean, in helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So Tarotscope readings for the month of April 2022. Remember, you're going to want to watch two videos, one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. If you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be some links in the description box below to help you find, and also some videos about the North Node that you should watch if you care to. So let's get started on the readings. This is going to be your monthly Tarotscope reading for the month of April 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Aquarius and or the 11th house. So I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th to the end. I also did a book divination this month for all of the North Nodes and signs and houses. And what came up for you North Nodes in Aquarius and or the 11th house was not being unafraid to be different and to be unique. And basically, which is like giving up a fear of disapproval or of thinking people like, that you're different. And it came up as a big message because you have the natural ability, most of you, where people like gravitate toward you and, you're usually like a lot of times well liked, or a lot of you probably have like a natural, charisma. And it's natural for you. I have my North Node in the 11th house, so it's like a natural, you want people to like you for the most part. But see, what can happen a lot of times is, in this lifetime with your North Node in Aquarius or your 11th house, you have really unique gifts to give to the world in this incarnation. Your last incarnation, you were, entertainers, artists, you were creatives, you were, in all sorts of various fields, okay? But you were used to pleasing an audience, whether that was in a company setting, like being, and you're really good at that. People, like I said, you have a natural charisma and people like you. But in this lifetime, you have your uniqueness wants to come up. So in this life, each of you has a unique gift to actually share, and share it from a place of like not getting gratification for like yourself, but for others. But there's a fear that comes with that. And so what I see this first half of the month is, I'm seeing that there is going to be a situation, and I'm seeing like it could be like a celebration, or even like a meeting of some sorts, and there you definitely you have thoughts about certain things, but you may be afraid of expressing these thoughts that you have, or feelings or emotions, because you're afraid that, oh, wow, like this may make me look weird, or I'll look like a freak or something like that. But you have something that can like help people and help the situation, whatever the situation is, okay, in your life. And as I said, it could come through, through your business, your work. It could come in, interpersonal family relationships, love relationships. And there's something that wants to come in, almost like this inner wisdom. But a lot of times, like your thoughts and inner wisdom seem very maybe radical to you a lot of times, and there's certain things that, well, if I say or do this, it might like offend somebody, or they might not take it the right way, and so you might hold back. And that's what I don't want you to do. Whatever the situation, is the way it unfolds this first half of the month. Just remember, like, don't hold in your inner wisdom. You have the Hermit reversed. You have the Two of Swords. Now, the other thing too is, I feel like part of the fear is going to come up, and it could be like a past memory. You might have experimented in the past where it came out where you acted differently than what would be considered the norm, right? You acted differently, and maybe you got some flack from that. So there could be some memories coming up this first half of the month, or actually a memory or a situation that actually happens this first half of the month, where it's like, oh, you know what? I went down that road. I tried to be different. I tried to like come out from, the crowd, but I was like shot down for it. And I don't want you to, shut down that uniqueness. I want you to keep that going, but it might just have to be tempered in a different format, but remember, it's like, it is going to be not like you North Nodes in Aquarius or the 11th house, okay? You have a lot of interesting, different energy in you. You are the innovators of like moving on into the world. You have the Three of Wands here, okay? The far thinkers. So maybe right now people aren't on the same page with it, but they will be, So it's almost like you're a person. You can be a person a little bit ahead of your time, okay? And it might be, how that goes, right? When a person is giving thoughts, that are before their time, it's like the villagers get the pitchforks and torches out, So, and there could be a fear of that, because maybe when you've tried to step out, it hasn't been well received. So just keep doing that, and there's going to be an opportunity this first half of the month. Now, the second half of the month, what I'm seeing is there's definitely going to be something that is going to take place that is going to cause a little bit of anxiety or fear. But what you're going to do here is one of your inclinations in dealing with this situation is going to be taking it from a more lighthearted and relaxed point of view. So here's what I mean by that. An intense situation comes up. You could even be dealing with someone who is dealing with an intense situation, addiction, something intense in their life that's causing fear. But your natural inclination, having that South Node in Leo and or the 5th house, is kind of like a little bit more of a light-hearted take on it. And it's really important that you follow that. But see, it might seem like, wow, this is not really appropriate. Like maybe I should just, be fearful with them, or, kind of take on that energy. You're going to have this opportunity to like change the energy, but it's going to seem like, wow, this is weird. I don't know if I should do it. Follow that instinct of because it could be really, really helpful in the long run to this situation. It's about a little bit more grounded. It's about, you know, a little bit more of a lighthearted perspective to help them get out of that intense situation. And the interesting thing is, when you do this, what you're helping with this situation. Now, this could actually even be you in the intense situation, and you might be giving, you know, because we make decisions for ourselves, obviously, right? So situation comes up and you're like, okay, what should I do about it? So it's like you sometimes we can follow our own unique guidance and our own unique thought pattern, even though it might seem out of the norm, okay? But when you do that, what happens is that it's going to open up all of these opportunities in your life to transform different aspects of your life, emotionally, physically, you know, mentally, romantically. It's going to transform whatever the situation is if you're able to follow that unique advice. Either you're giving it to yourself or helping someone else do that. It's going to like open things up. And, you know, the overall energy is that the month is a little bit, it can be intense at times. And the reason that it is it's almost like these situations come up because you have an inner unique perspective that you can take that isn't of the norm. And so it's like you can be helpful to these situations, okay? And that's why they are intense, because you can help kind of transform them and open things up. So remember, like, just don't hide your uniqueness. Don't be afraid to go beyond what is considered the norm, you know, and take life in a more unique way. You know, that's what you're here to do. You're here to, you know, be kind of like a trailblazer, you know, a person born before their time in a lot of ways, you know. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you. You know, be strong this month. Go out there, show your unique self, share your unique self, and it'll be well received. Again, thanks for watching. Hope this resonated with you. If you'd like a personal reading, there'll be a link in the description box below. And hit that like button. It really helps the algorithms. And yeah, just thanks much for watching, sharing some time. We'll see you again on some more videos. Many blessings.